A dealership in Utah, Tim Dolly, sold a car to a guy, and allegedly he wanted to return it that same morning, and they wouldn't take it back. And so he said, oh yeah, you're going to take it back. And so this is what happened. I'm going to watch the video. Yeah, dude, every time I watch that, the same reaction. I've watched it like 10 times. Whoa! Slam that door, bro.
Call the cops!
Call the cops is right. Big fella. I mean, I got to tell you, good thing, in all seriousness, there was nobody there, but there was a desk right there in front. I'm hoping he noticed that, but I'm thinking he hits about 10 miles an hour, jumps the curb, hits the double door right square in the freaking middle. Hey, took it out.
Shit! I wasn't, huh? I told you more.
Whoa! Whoa, shit.
Call the cops!
I wish they'd have kept the video going, man. That dude has some more to say. He wants his doc fee back. Whew.
Before we dive into these insane clips, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button and smash the like video to help support the channel.
Today I'm going to tell you the top 4 sleazy tricks that dealerships use in order to take advantage of you when you're car shopping. Stay tuned. Hi, my name's Bill. I'm a car buying expert and I love saving you money at the dealership. The first thing I'm going to warn you guys about is dealership accessories or add-ons at the dealership when you're getting the final out the door price. Now, whether you go to the dealership or take my advice and call the dealership to get the final numbers, if you ever see add-ons on there, tell the dealership no way. It's very important to know what add-ons look like. A lot of you guys ask me what kind of fees should be on the final paperwork and how do I know what's not supposed to be on there. So I'm going to throw this up here real quick. Guys, this is basically a breakdown on a Nissan Armada, and you can clearly see on the top all of the add-ons and all of the extras. And if you scroll a little bit further down, you get to see all the fees that should traditionally be on final paperwork. Those are all normal fees. If you do accept all the add-ons and you don't say anything about it, then they're going to make a ton more profit. And if you don't accept them and you argue and get them to take that off of the price, now you're probably not going to argue about the actual price, which is what most people intended on arguing or negotiating in the first place. Number 2 is any dealership that insists that you finance with them. They give you a discount on the vehicle if you do finance with them, but you have to pay full price, which is usually an inflated price if you don't finance with them, or people paying cash. If you don't use their financing and you come out of pocket for the vehicle, they make you pay the inflated price. Any dealership that leverages you into using their financing is doing so because of the obvious. They make a ton of money on financing. Most dealerships make more money off the financing than they do off the front end profit margin of the sale of the vehicle. Let's say you love the vehicle and you want to buy it, but the dealership has this kind of thing in place and you don't want to use their financing. You know they're going to jack the rate up. Simply agree to the discount, agree to the financing, and then ask the finance manager if there's any prepayment penalty. Typically, most lenders don't have that anymore. You could walk out the door, call your lender, and before your first payment is due on the loan that the dealership got you, you could have it refinanced with your own lender and the better interest rate, thus capitalizing on the discount and the rate. Number 3, this is an easy one, but I've been hearing it a lot, guys. Dealerships asking people to run their credit to get the out the door price. So let's say you ask the dealership, hey, I'd like to know what everything comes to with taxes and fees. And the dealership rebuttals and says, well, we'd have to run your credit and see what kind of credit score you have to be able to tell you the final price. This is bullshit. This is lies. You would only run your credit when you agree on the final price. Then and only then would you run your credit to find out the interest rate. If you get the best price and you get the best interest rate, you have the best possible monthly payment you can get. Number 4 is a no-brainer, at least in my opinion. I call dealerships all day long for my clients nationwide, and probably 50% of the dealerships I talk to tell me they can't give me pricing over the phone. I'd have to come in to get that kind of information. And all that dealership is telling me when they say that is, we plan on taking advantage of you. We don't want you to see that there's better pricing out there, so we do everything in-house. We have a better closing rate if we do so. Typically, what I found is the dealerships that have the add-ons and the ones that are trying to take advantage of you on the price, they're playing games, smoke and mirrors, the advertised price has a bunch of disclaimers. Those are the ones that don't want to give you the number over the phone because they know once they tell you that bullshit over the phone, they're never going to see you again. This business is just begging for transparency, and the more that me and you reward good dealerships with our business, the more business we're taking away from the bad dealerships. So guys, do yourself a solid, call every dealership first, do everything from home, and don't accept anything but the best deal. For more tips, tricks, and hacks just like this one, please follow Billy the Car Kid.
This is not the video that I wanted to make today. As you guys know, I bought my BMW at BMW of Shrewsbury in Massachusetts around April. And a week after I bought the car, my expansion tank, this tank right here, melted. So when this tank melted right here, I went back to BMW and I was like, hey, this melted a week after I got the car. You guys have to fix it. Sure and behold, they fixed it, no issues. They didn't argue. They just fixed it free of charge. Respectable. And you guys know this holds coolant, and when the coolant melted, it went everywhere. As you can see, it's still on my hood, and it also went into the DME. So with the coolant going into the wires, it started corroding. So when they fixed the car, check engine light went off for about a week. I think like 2 weeks. It was off, but then there was an issue where I got a check engine light. That check engine light that I got was for my post-cat O2 sensors, and didn't think much of it. I went to a different BMW, and I was like, hey, just got an O2 sensor. I do need a loaner car, so whenever you guys have that available, then we can schedule an appointment. They worked with me. It took about a week, fixed it, problem solved. But the thing is, the check engine light didn't go off. But when they noticed that the check engine light didn't go off, inspecting the car to try to figure out what's that issue, and they found that the DME had corrosion in the wires due from the coolant, and also there was pins that were bent in there. The only way you would bend pins is putting plugs in incorrectly and bending those pins, which BMW of Shrewsbury had did because they were the only ones that have touched this DME from me getting the car. I say that because to access the expansion tank to replace that, you do have to move around and touch the DME to get to that. So they were the only ones that did touch this DME. So I reached out to them. I was like, hey, you guys have to fix this. You know, this was your guys' damage, and I just want you guys to be responsible of the damage that you had and just fix the DME, and we're all set. But they said no. So they were the only ones that touched this DME. They also had mentioned another point was that if I had a DME issue, why was I driving the car? How was it an issue? Originated was an O2 sensor because that pin was bent and there was no connection. Read it. It was still completely drivable. And another point they said was there was an 11,000 mile difference to when this happened and when the expansion tank had melted. So the reason that is because I go on trips. I drive this car, okay? O2 sensor, as you guys know, the car is still completely drivable. Well, I was waiting for that loaner car. And then after that, until I went over to let them know. And another point that they mentioned was I brought it to somebody else that touched this DME. Yes, I did, but that was after the fact of this all happening, just to try to see if fix this pin, call it a day. I don't want any issues. But they still don't want to be held accountable. When I was on the phone, I was like, hey, I understand your points, but here is why, so they can get an understanding, okay? I'm not here to just leech off them or try to get money off of them. I'm here just to fix my car from an issue that they caused, okay? So we're going to try to see what different avenues I should take. Let me know down in the comments. I was thinking about reaching out to the regional BMW USA to see if there's any steps that I could take for them to be held accountable of the damage that they did to my car. And I don't want to bash this business by any means. I'm sure there's some legal routes that I can take, like going to BBB and other lawyers, but this is not what I want to do. All I want is my car to be fixed and them to take action and accountability of what they have done. Right? You guys are going to see how I fix this car. I don't want to be on like a blacklist or anything. I'm not trying to be a terrible customer. I'm just trying to show the reality of what I'm going through in this process. You guys are coming along with me, and we're going to be reaching out to like BMW customer relations. Like, I want to see how they hold them dealerships accountable. If I go to them with a genuine issue, are they going to hold that dealership accountable and fix it? Reality, like, this is what other people go through and they just don't share it, okay? I am sharing this story because I want you guys to know. I want other people to come forward about other issues that they have had. Yes, dealerships. I know you guys are going to say in the comment, dealerships, there's dealerships. They're, welcome to life, buddy. I get it. I'm just sharing my end of the picture. I'm just sharing it here for other people to know, you know, what type of problems people face, all right? I just hope that people that are seeing this, please follow along. Kindly appreciate that. And I'll bring you along with this journey. So make sure to stay tuned and follow for more content.
Yeah, I know I'm bald now, but the end of the world just happened for 15,000 dealerships. Let's talk about it. You have no clue what I'm talking about. A company by the name of CDK, who runs the software that a lot of dealerships in the United States use to run everything, just got hacked yesterday, and they're still down today as a precaution. What does that mean for you as the consumer? Well, a lot of good news. If you've ever been to a car dealership, you know what happens whenever you first get there. They sit down, get your name, get your phone number, get your address, basic information, and they pull it into their computer system. It's what we call a CRM. That's how we push everything through. That's how we can work up the numbers on our computers. That's how we do everything whenever it comes to the car sale. And not only car sale, but our service department uses this software as well to do everything on their end. With this system being down for 2 days now, that means that for 2 days straight, that car dealers have been able to do almost absolutely nothing whenever it comes to making money. They can't make sales unless they go to everything old school with paper, spreadsheets, all that. They can't really do anything on the service side outside of maybe some oil changes or something like that. This is an absolute catastrophic event for a lot of dealerships. They are making no sales whatsoever to get towards their goals that they have to end before the end of the month. They can't hit their quotas. This is great for you as a consumer to take advantage of. Now, my dealership is business as usual. We use an entirely different system. We don't have to worry about this. But if you're one of the dealerships that has been hit by this and affected by this, what are you guys doing? What are you guys thinking right now? And if you're a consumer, head down to one of those dealerships that does have that system. Take advantage of it, because I promise you, they're going to be eager to earn your business after these last 2 days.
Done? All right, let's get into it. Imagine buying a car, driving it off the lot, realizing something is horribly wrong, and bringing it right back. Only for the dealership to say, nope, no refunds, not our problem. Well, today we are looking at what happens when pushed to the brink clients decide to take matters into their own hands.
Sue the company.
Right there. Yeah, they're gonna be here for a while, man. That's a good thing.
Yeah, there's a special procedure clause.
I own her. Oh, come in. In fact, I own 2 of them. You?
Yeah, stay on this side. Go.
Now I got one. So that's
Okay.
First up, we have a guy who bought a car and immediately realized he got a total dud. He drove it right back to the dealership on the very same day, expecting a simple return. But when the manager refused to take the car back or give him his money, things escalated fast. When if you thought driving a car into a showroom was extreme, check this out. In this next clip, another client was so furious over a denied refund and a bad deal that they decided to burn the whole operation down. While burning down a dealership is definitely illegal and crazy,
Across the road, no!
It's not hard to see why people lose their cool. Dealerships are infamous for using dirty tricks to drain your bank account. Here are the main ways they trap you.
5 service scams the car dealerships don't want you to know. Hi, I'm Tim with Computech Automotive. So today I'm going to expose 5 services that you don't need. So when you visit a dealership and they write up all these services you need, keep in mind their service writers and their mechanics, they're on commission. They want to make money, I understand. So let's jump right in. Number 1, you need a fuel injector cleaner, sir. No, you don't. Blah, blah, blah. You do not need fuel injector cleaners. Most modern gasoline has detergents that will properly clean your fuel system. You don't need this. Decline it. And number 2 is transmission fluid flushes. Oh, don't we all need those, right? Wrong. Ask any qualified mechanic that you know. They will not recommend a transmission fluid flush. This can actually cause problems. So you want to decline this service. And the 3rd scam is, oh, you need a power steering flush, sir. No, you don't. So when you change your power steering fluid, it's just drain and top it off. You don't need this. Decline the service. And the 4th scam, you need a engine flush, sir. An engine flush? Almost sounds like you're taking like Pepto-Bismol. No, you don't need an engine flush. This is bad. This can actually block oil passages, which can lead to complete engine failure. So don't perform any engine flushes. You don't need that. And finally, number 5 is scare.
Don't ever come here and get a car, guys. Don't ever come here and get a car. Don't ever come here. This is the Honda dealership in Lancaster. Don't come here and get a car. They won't fix anything on it. They will leave you with your tires going flat. They will leave you with your AC going out. They would and promise you everything. Don't do it. And they'll make appointments and promise you the world, and they won't fix nothing. Don't ever come here.
I'm so bothered by how we have normalized new cars having problems. I've made a TikTok about this before. Why do we buy new cars and then like when you tell people they have problems, like, oh, well, that's a Ford, that's a Chevy. Oh, Toyotas don't really have. No, I spent $30,000 on a brand new car. It's not supposed to have problems. It's not supposed to have gremlins. Like, oh, well, that's just what happens when you buy a new car. No, it's not. It's not at all. I don't get why we find this okay. And then people will make fun of you. Well, you shouldn't have bought a Chevy. What? Spend 40, 50, 60. There's $100,000 Chevys. And I'm not even talking about sports cars. I'm not even talking about the Corvette. Like you buy a family Tahoe Suburban, $100,000. And you're like, oh yeah, well those have problems too. Why is this okay? And the companies are allowed to stay open. They're just allowed to make shitty cars now. This has become the normal.
So, how do you protect yourself from getting scammed and losing your hard-earned money? Keep these 3 golden rules in mind before you sign anything. 1. Get an independent inspection. Never trust the dealership's multi-point inspection. Take the car to a third-party mechanic before you buy. 2. Read the fine print. Never rely on verbal promises. If the salesman says you can return the car in 3 days, make sure it is written into the contract. 3. Walk away from pressure. If a dealer rushes you, adds surprise fees, or refuses to let you read the contract line by line, walk out the door. What would you do if a dealership scammed you out of your money? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone shopping for a car. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next on